Before you scroll, before you blink, imagine this: a quiet boy standing alone under blinding stage lights, thousands watching, millions judging from their screens, and one of the toughest judges in the world leaning forward with a half smile that says, "This won't last long." That single moment changed everything. And if stories about hope, raw talent, and impossible dreams speak to you, stay till the end, because what happened next didn't just shock the judges, it united millions. And if this story moves you even a little, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and spread the love so more stories like this can reach the world. He came from a small coastal town in the Philippines, where mornings began with the sound of waves and evenings ended with neighbors singing old love songs on battered radios. His name didn't matter to the world yet, but to his family, he was everything. His father worked long nights at the docks, his mother cleaned houses, and music was the only thing that filled the silence when money ran out. He learned to sing not from lessons or coaches, but from listening, absorbing emotion from every broken note he heard growing up. Singing wasn't a dream at first, it was survival. When he decided to audition for America's Got Talent, people laughed. Some said the show was only for polished performers, not boys who sang at weddings and local fiestas. Others said the judges wouldn't understand his accent, his style, his heart. But he went anyway, carrying a suitcase borrowed from a neighbor and a hope that felt too big for his chest. On the plane, he replayed every doubt he'd ever heard, and every promise he'd made to his parents to change their lives, or at least try standing on that massive stage. He felt smaller than ever. Simon Cowell glanced at him, curious but unimpressed. "So what kind of singer are you?" Simon asked. The boy smiled nervously and said he loved classic songs, songs with soul. Simon raised an eyebrow and said, almost jokingly, "So, karaoke?" The audience laughed. It wasn't cruel, but it stung. For a second, the boy's confidence cracked. This was the moment where dreams often end, but then the music started. The first note was soft, almost fragile, like he was testing the room. The second note carried pain. By the third, the laughter was gone. His voice didn't just fill the theater, it wrapped around it. It carried stories of hunger, sacrifice, love, and faith. Every lyric sounded lived in, not performed. People in the audience leaned forward. Some covered their mouths. The judges froze. Simon's expression changed first. The smirk disappeared. He sat back, eyes locked on the stage. Heidi blinked rapidly, already emotional. Sophia whispered, "Oh my God." The boy's voice rose, powerful but controlled, like it had been waiting his whole life for this exact moment. This was no karaoke singer. This was a storyteller with a voice shaped by struggle. As the final note faded, there was a heartbeat of silence, then an explosion. The crowd rose to their feet, cheering, screaming, crying. The boy stood still, unsure if it was real. Simon slowly stood up too. "I was wrong," he said honestly. That was incredible. In that moment, the label fell away. He wasn't a joke, a stereotype, or a background singer anymore. He was a star backstage. He cried into his hands, thinking of his parents watching from a small screen back home, probably crying too. He called his mother and could barely speak. She told him, "No matter what happens next, you already made us proud." But the journey wasn't over. With each round, the pressure grew. Online comments were brutal. Some said he'd never win. Others accused him of being overrated. Fame came fast, but so did doubt. There was one week he nearly quit. His voice was tired, his heart heavier than ever. But then he remembered why he started, not for judges, not for fame, but to give hope to people like him, people who felt unseen. He walked back onto that stage stronger, not because the fear was gone, but because he sang through it. By the time the finale arrived, the world was watching. His final performance wasn't flashy. No tricks. Just him, the song, and the truth. When he finished, even before the results, he had already won something bigger. He had shown that talent has no borders, that dreams can rise from the smallest places, and that one voice can change how the world listens. Whether he took the trophy or not didn't matter anymore. His life and the lives of millions inspired by him were forever changed. Simon later said it was one of the biggest surprises of his career. Fans across the globe shared the clip, not just because of the voice, but because of the message. Never let anyone define your limits. So if this story touched your heart, if it reminded you to believe again, take a second to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs hope today. Because sometimes, all it takes is one voice to spread the love and change everything.